not ready.
I think you're ready.
I'm not ready.
No?
No.
We have 3 kids. It's too late to not be ready now.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Talk! Parrot? We're enjoying our Easter by looking for a house. Here on House Hunters, we're hunting. Not with bows and arrows like the fun people do, but with realtors and driving and stuff. Hi, I'm Brett Palmer and welcome to my episode of Brett's Buying a House. Now somewhere this is supposed to be an audition video for House Hunters and my wife is supposed to be in this with me. But I made her giggle too much and now she had to go to the bathroom. So I get to do this intro by myself. So the important thing of what we're looking for is a house with walls and stuff. What am I supposed to say? A traditional house. I want a 3-car garage, a study, and all kinds of other things. Like, what else did I want? Floors made of gold and travertine and expensive stuff.
No.
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 It's the creative role.
No, that's not. Stop.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to introduce myself. You're going to introduce yourself. You're going to talk about how we met. You're going to introduce yourself. I'm going to introduce myself. You're going to talk about where we met. I'm going to say we're buying a house. You're going to go from there.
I can't completely go from there. I'm not that comfortable yet.
I think you got this.
I don't have this.
On this episode of House Hunters, Brett and Giggles buy a house.
I could do this without you.
Yeah, you said the same thing about kids.
Oh my God.
3, 2, 1, and action.
Hey HGTV, my name is Nikki Palmer and this is my hubby love.
Brett.
We live in the Southeast Texas region of Beaumont right now and we are on our house hunt to buy a little piece of Texas. We met about 12 and a half years ago when he was a Marine and I was a contractor for the Air Force in Biloxi, Mississippi. And we have been together ever since. We have 3 kids, Blake, Brianna, and Ariana that are 14, 10, and 5.
On the window.
And they're knocking on the window right now.
They do that.
Oh my
God. Tears of joy. Purely tears of joy. Happy to be here.
Oh my God. Turn it off.
65.
Oh my God. I'm so uncomfortable. I don't trust you anymore. You yelled.
Take
Really?
104.
It's not 104. Hey HGTV, I'm Nikki and this is my hubby love.
I'm Mariana.
Brett.
I'm Mariana. He's Blake. She's Brianna.
I'm not a he.
I'm a
We are looking for our first Texas home in Southeast Texas.
sexist home.
First Southeast Texas home.
Oh. We have one in Ohio.
We do have one in Ohio. Originally, I am from Alabama, and he is from Ohio, and we met in Mississippi when he was in the Marine Corps, and I was a contractor for the Air Force.
Talk with your eyes open. What kind of house do you want?
A good one.
A really good.
Two-story one. Two-story house.
What were you looking for, hubby
A
love?
big house.
I want a traditional house.
When he was in the Marine Corps, we lived in Southern California, so I started to fall in love with the Spanish Mediterranean style homes with a little traditional flair to them.
And we're a family. And we're looking for a new house. A really big one with stairs.
And 2 stories.
You have to have 2 stories. So what was it like for you buying a house?
Such a pain in the ass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you relate it to marriage
Absolutely.
with you?
Oh my God.
So we looked in Houston, and we looked in Baytown, and I wanted to look in Mont Bellevue last year,
2 years ago.
2 years ago. She told me no.
Oh my God.
She wanted to look in Beaumont.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Pause it. I don't trust you.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Because we looked in Houston, and we looked in Baytown, and we looked in a whole bunch of different markets, and we finally found a house that worked for us in Mont Bellevue.
But when we initially started looking, I wanted to look in San Diego.
But we don't live in San Diego. So after we
Seriously.
narrowed down 2 years later that she wanted to look for a house again after getting a little house fever, we went from her deciding to look for a house to signing a contract in 2 days. 1 day, 2 days. I counted. That's right.
Oh my God. Pause it. Oh my God.
It's Easter. Happy Easter, HGTV. Another episode of House Hunters here, coming up with Brett and Nikki, ready to be your house hunting candidates. We started our look 2 years ago out in Houston. Decided we didn't want to buy because I don't like to drive to work, and we're not in San Diego. So if she's not happy, I hate my
nobody
life.
happy.
I mean, nobody. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we bought a house. Nikki, you want to tell them about it?
That's not how this goes.
It's not how any of this works, but Geico showed us that people have options, so optionize.
Optionize. Oh my God.
Don't repeat what I say. This is where you make your own input.
Wow. I'm so lost right now. We moved to Southeast Texas about 2.5 years ago. We currently live in Beaumont. Beaumont necessarily isn't up to our pace. It's a little older. The homes are older, they're not newer, and we weren't looking for a remodel. You're not making this easier.
It's not my job.
We can't do anything with this.
Why not?
What are we gonna do with
We
it?
have a minute and 28 seconds of good video.
It's not good video.
That's better video than we've had to this point.
We did not want to buy a house in Beaumont, so we expanded our search out toward the Houston area.
A little more woosah, a little less tripping on the words.
Oh my God.
Once we looked in Houston, we were able to find a brand new house in a brand new build neighborhood, which is one of the criteria that I like.
That's
Being a
not
brand
what
new
we're supposed
house
to be
in a
doing. We're supposed to
traditional-
be telling them about the house styles that we were looking for, what you were looking for, what I was looking for,
You have the paper.
the things that were the most important to us.
You're supposed to lead.
I do have the paper that we're not supposed to be
You're not
using.
doing any talking, so I'm just filling in dead space.
When we were looking for our different house styles, I am more attracted to a Southern California Spanish or Mediterranean style home with a traditional flair. I do like the arches. I do like the nicer things such as the granite, hardwood floors, large backyard, 2-car garage, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, lots of space for our kids and for our dog.
I like blondes and brunettes, so she plays it back and forth. She's kind of a mix right now,
Oh
but
my God.
keeps it interesting.
Oh my goodness. Wow. What was important to you? What were you looking for? In a house, not a woman.
Have a woman. I don't have a house. I like traditional style. I like low maintenance. I don't want any extra projects. I've got enough stuff to do. I need to have a quiet area for study. Occasionally work from home. I'm a full-time student again right now, so a lot of these things are going to play real big factors for me. Also, I have a large work area. I work. My main focus area is from Freeport to Sulphur. So being in Beaumont, I'm kind of closer to the Sulphur area, farther from Freeport, but moving to Mount Bellevue will put me in the middle of my region.
Yeah, because that's important. We were both looking for a 2-story home. We are currently renting a ranch, which is absolutely not something that we want to deal with again. Our kids spread out. They make messes. When we have company over, we have to focus on those messes and clean them up. I wanted
When
something.
we make videos, they make noise by knocking on the windows,
Yeah.
as demonstrated by the noise.
Yeah. So we need something with a little bit of privacy. Mont Bellevue is a more rural area. It's not necessarily something that I was looking for, but it does offer a good sense of community. It does offer great schools. He wanted something with a little more land. I wanted something more cookie cutter, a sense of community. I would have loved a pool. I would have loved a community pool.
You said no pool.
I said we weren't
Community
going
pools
to
are just
build a pool.
urinals that people swim in.
I didn't want to build a pool. I did not want the upfront cost of building a pool.
Building a
on our
pool only has my pee in it.
own. Oh my god.
Don't pee in my pool because I don't swim in your toilet. That's not cool.
Oh my god. Wow. The things that were important to us were having 4 bedrooms, an office. We definitely needed 2 bathrooms and a 2-car garage. We needed something where everybody could spread out. I could get away from him, and I could get away from them. I wanted a 5-piece bathroom. We did not want a fixer-upper.
I don't know what a 5-piece bathroom.
A 5-piece bathroom is the 2 sinks, the toilet, the tub, and the shower.
I like a 5-piece bathroom.
He
That
needed
sounds
his
good.
own poo-poo room.
Boom boom.
Oh my god.
I like spicy food. So house hunting was really frustrating because what we wanted was very different on very broad ends of the spectrum. With me wanting to be closer and more local to work, cost effective within a budget, and new, and just a lot of things that didn't fit. And then with her wanting to be in Baytown or Houston outside of my work zone, it made things really difficult.
I really wanted to be in Katy or League City, but they were 2 hours away from where he needed to be.
2 hours is a lot to drive.
It's really not that far.
I can't wait until I get somebody out to back me up on this.
But those that live in the Southern California area will back me up when they say that driving an hour to 2 hours a day to work to live where they want to live and have
But
the house that they want to have.
They live a mile from work. That's just how long it takes to drive that mile.
That's not true.
So aside from our experience,
You're not
I need to
supposed to
smile
look at
with
the
energy.
paper.
Wait,
You're
does
not
it say
supposed
you're
to
not
make it
supposed to look
look
at the
like
paper?
you're reading a paper. You're not supposed to look like an actor.
We're not an actor. We're just referencing a list.
We are
'Cause-
referencing the list because we've had a couple of these.
So she'll stop giggling.
So I would stop giggling. I still can't take this seriously.
And I have economics and shit rolling around my head. I don't have room for this to memorize it.
Oh my god.
The Palmers. So I have to give a tour. This is the dining room. It's the kitchen. This concludes our tour.
What would your dream home be? If we could buy anything that we wanted to buy.
That sandcastle looking house in Lajala.
La Jolla?
Lajala?
La Jolla.
I don't remember a place started with an H, but there was a Lajala that we went to. It was very nice. So my dream home is probably a mile from where the house is that we bought, where we'd have 5 or 6 acres of land with enough room for
I
me
did
to...
not want acreage.
This is my
I know. But I did not want acreage. I did not want all of that upkeep.
With enough land that I could build a shop where when I start my business I could work from home in the backyard late night. No early mornings.
And
A force field that would shock the kids if they tried to come in my shop. So, Nick, tell me about your dream home.
if I had my choice of a dream home, I would have an unlimited budget. It would be 2 stories, 2 or 3 car garage, 4 or 5 bedrooms, 2 or 3 bathrooms for everybody to be able to spread out.
Your
Fixed
dream
in.
home would only have 4 bedrooms.
Yeah, I don't need all that extra space. Something 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, fenced in backyard, planned community, big playground for the kids, a community pool, a smaller yard. Don't say no, you would use it too.
I would not use it too.
I would want a smaller
public
yard so that I can have a sense of community. He travels a lot for work, so I want something where my neighbors are
Tell people that on TV.
where my neighbors are close by. My kids can have friends to play with. Oh my God.
Oh God, if only we had energy.
If only we had energy. We have plenty of energy. A deal breaker for me would absolutely be a fixer-upper or something older than 10 to 15 years old. A ranch style home was completely out of the question. That's what we're currently renting, and I absolutely hate it. It has a galley style kitchen, so when we're all in there getting ready for dinner or getting ready for lunch, we have to share the space. We're all cramped in there. Too many accidents can happen, and it's just too much of a pain to deal with. So we need something a little more open concept, an open floor plan where he can be in the living room, I can be in the kitchen, the kids can be somewhere else out of the way. He is very smart in what he does, but he is not handy. So a fixer-upper is something that we were absolutely not looking for. We did not want to invest in someone else's problems and invest the cost of fixing it up. What would be a deal breaker for you?
A deal breaker for me would be a more than hour drive to work. I can't deal with that commute every day for wasted time. I gotta have a study.
We absolutely have to have an office because the option that we're given now, the home that we're in, is a prior 4-bedroom, but the previous owner cut down the wall to the 4th bedroom and opened it up to the great room. So when he is sitting at the desk and he is trying to do his work or he's trying to study, we're all in the family room trying to watch TV. And his mess is now tumbling into the family room.
And I can be so much louder than all of them combined.
Yeah. But I love you.
You better. Making this video. So I'm from Ohio.
And I'm from Alabama.
Which is why you can tell I'm so much smarter. But
Oh my God.
for the first time
Ooh.
since we were married, little low battery alarm there.
The Sugar Bowl of 2015 was definitely a home wrecker. I'm SEC all the way. He is Ohio State.
She doesn't even
The
know
Big
the
Ten.
conference. Okay.
The Big Ten.
And who won that game, baby?
We don't really have to buy this house.
You don't.
No, I don't.
Hi.
1,
Can I
2,
introduce
3, go.
Oh my goodness. HGTV, thank you so much for your consideration and spending some time with us this afternoon while we try to convince you that we are house hunters material.
Bye.